Welcome back for our next Thursday Intel Word on the Streams. Beloveds, we are only going to be going into one deck for this session. And why is that? Because Word on the Streams is love is in the air. Oh, love is in the air. So, here we go. We're just going to get right into it, beloveds. Wet my whistle a little bit here, and we're just going to go right into the Rose Oracle for our Thursday Intel Word on the Streams. Look, Skeletor, I'm wearing sweats again today. Ooh-wee. It's a bit chilly in this neck of the woods. So, this is how I go about staying warm. Here we go. One more shuffle and into the flow. Ooh. Holy Spirit. Oh, we already had some come out. But dang. Hold on. Before we go into these messages, there's just one more thing I need to do. And it's called embodiment first. And I will be making a mental note to do this every single time. O infinite creator, source of all that is, was, and will ever be, I stand in your divine authority, commanding in alignment with your perfect will. By the power of divine law, I now open my life to abundant security, stability, and protection. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every curse, every evil eye, every ill wish, every case, cause, concern, conflict, and confrontation dissolves into nothingness by the radiance of your light. I command true prosperity to flow into my life. Prosperity that nourishes my soul, sustains my body, and blesses all who walk with me. Wealth and resources are now aligned to my highest purpose. I command good fortune to follow me in all things. Doors of opportunity open before me effortlessly, and every step I take is guided by divine favor. I call forth true love, divinely ordained, harmonious, and eternal. My heart and soul are aligned to receive and give love in its purest, most sacred form. May my path be illuminated, my spirit fortified, and my life a testament to the boundless grace of the Creator. So it is, so it is, so it is, so it shall be. All right. In terms of what Source and Holy Spirit would like us to know right now through a bit of storytelling with the Rose Oracle. Let's go. I don't need my second set of eyes at this time. Let's see what we have here. We have the Thorn back out again, doubling down on that protection, boundaries, and clear communication. Oh, beloveds, this is already a W in the bag for us. confirmation of a video that I just listened to 3 times in a row because once wasn't enough. I couldn't get enough. I wanted more of that Christos consciousness. Cannot be moved, cannot be swayed. Protector energy. Coming my way. Yes. Doubling down. 'Cause they don't back down. Protection. Boundaries. Clear communication. The thorn. The thorn. It's here somewhere. Page 132. What loving boundaries are you being called to establish, and how are you being called to communicate clearly to those you're in a relationship with? So often we don't get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. When we're not clear on our needs, when we don't communicate them, when we don't take responsibility for them, it's impossible for others to give us what we need. This often results in a breakdown in the relationship. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in a relationship with to feel safe too. This card delivers the message of the importance of clear communication, boundaries, and taking responsibility for our needs. To be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves, and then communicate this to our loved ones and the world. Reset. That's my communication. That's my line that I'm on. Reset. Whispers of Mother Earth. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, and channeler. That is I. For contextual purposes, we, slightly adhere to these titles, but they don't make us who we are. They're just fragments of a fragment. Isn't that something? Some of you may even be an inspiration to others, filled with ideas and creativity, an artist, a writer, a channeler, a channel, like myself, a channel, a channeler, an artist, a writer. I do all of these things. I do all of these things, interestingly enough, for that card to come out. And I'm not so sure I've read the story of this. So let's take a look. Whispers of Mother Earth. Page 140 for a bit more storytelling. Something tells me that first session that I did recently of more love story, that love story part, the love story part. I'm so not used to being able to even say that without cringe, like, what even is love? Well, once we learn and we see, we cannot unlearn and unsee. In this in particular, there's a lot we could unlearn, but This will not be necessary. What does your soul most yearn to create? There are creations seated within you, planted before your birth. Unborn possibilities yearning to be woven in creative solutions waiting to be realized. Songs of the ancient earth humming through you, beckoning to be sung. New consciousness that longs to be written into matter. Light into matter, beloveds. We are transmuting light into matter, but that original form is still within us. That God spark to stitch the soul in a little more. Reweaving the web of life in some small way. Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They can't be reproduced. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. A planet of creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to truly create. Raised to consume, focused on more, that we've forgotten how to grow sustainably. Trust the seeds that have been planted within you. Somewhere along the way, we stop seeing ourselves as artists, creatives, poets, singers. Yet to be human is to be creative. It doesn't matter what the result may be, just carved out time to express your soul through your creativity. The seeds planted within you will show you the way. They have intelligence within them, and all you need to do is tend them through daily, grounded, creative action. Grounded, creative action. Open, say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, I haven't seen this one yet either. Open. We're learning together. Telling a story together. Open. 98. How can you say yes to life? I did this already a little bit ago. Like, seriously. Like, it's only been an hour since that last direct connection occurred. So, yeah. Let's see. Closing your heart off to grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy. We can't bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. Living and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act, as a life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as well as great love, triumph, and adventures. We're going on an adventure, destination unknown, destination unknown, destination unknown, 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 yeah, unknown. Ooh, when we're going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in connection, not separation. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much, we often find ourselves more separate than before. The rose shows us how to open to the world no matter what the day brings. Here to encourage us to say yes to life, expand through the extremes, and to put our 2 feet wholly and completely in. Through the fire, I found me. And through the fire, you will too find you. The sun. more joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play coming into our orbit. Beautiful. Word on the streams is more of that joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play are being ushered in right now. Right now. It's heading this way. I mean, it's heading our way, not this. You know what I mean. The sun. The sun. 128. 128. How can you enjoy life more? How can you do just for fun? Well, I can think of a lot of things that we could be doing for fun, but sometimes we have to be a bit more selective. Her fragrance is sweet, and the fruit is still to come. I told you, it was on its way. It was still to come. In a moment, we're going to go back into the deck to see what is in our immediate orbit after one shuffle and one full pass. The sun represents life force, energy, vitality, confidence, success, positivity, delight, and sheer joy of life. All coming in for us, beloveds. Where's my ruby? Where's my ruby? Where's my ruby? After it left the fertility of the darkest of the soil, the future rose begins reaching toward the light of the sun. Reaching. Playing a part in nourishing the rose as it reaches for its potential bloom. And it does this for us too. One of life's greatest blessings is to feel the warmth of the sun on our face. And even the warmth I'm not going to say it. We're just going to hold on to that one a little bit longer. Let's just say those Lemurian hugs are so warm. So warm. Oh, they feel like sunshine in the most beautiful way. And that's how you know it's the right one. That's how you know. If it doesn't feel like sunshine, it ain't it, kid. Oh, that twin ray is rubbing off on me. The sun. To make time to play. This is our invitation to drink in the golden nectar of what life has for us and to take a moment to bask in being alive. This is your invitation to relish your aliveness, to embrace your joyfulness, to enjoy the simple things in life, to make time to play, to be grateful for your body. Oh, I am so great for this vessel that I have been ABP-ing, always be pumping. Yes. I don't do it every single day, but I do it enough to have receipts to drink in that golden nectar of life. Yes. Acknowledging the wondrous life force energy that's woven through all of life. To remember that your soul had a dream and your life is it. A wondrous card heralding a time of playfulness, enjoyment, and bliss, representing the inner child as well, and being an invitation to have some fun. All work and no play lately? Your inner child is longing to run free. What can you do to enjoy the simple things in life? When we allow ourselves the space to play, problems that were once unsolvable find solutions. Are you bound to this slavery planet? Or are you a free spirit? Holy Spirit says we are free, free, free. Yes, indeed. All right, word on the streams from Source and Holy Spirit by way of storytelling through this beautiful Rose Oracle deck. Here we go. We're going to make one full pass. Whatever comes out, comes out. Oh, that wanted to come out. And then we will also be going into our immediate orbit in just a moment. Let's see. One card came out, and it was the Come to Me card again. This is the third time in a row this card has come out in our presence. We don't chase, we attract. The bee to the rose, bee loves. Attracting like a rose, receiving abundance and desires. Our abundance in true prosperity is on its way. Baby. Chew on that one, Skeletor. Because He-Man and their divine feminine are rising. But first, we have to align. Be open to receiving, or being more open to receiving. As Holy Spirit is saying that some of the collective already are open to receiving. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Great Mother surrendering to the mystery. Fall into her arms. Building a mystery. Building a mystery. That's right. The Great Mother. Destination unknown. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Word on the streams from Holy Spirit and Source through the Rose Oracle storytelling. The Great Mother. Page 80. Almost opened right up to it. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the altar and fall into the Great Mother's arms. That unrestrained joy is closer to grief than we think. Perhaps the more wildly the pendulum of life swings, the more we can say, I have truly lived. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. Hand over your worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, and doubts to the Great Mother. Lay them on her altar. Return to the sureness of the soil. Fall fully into her arms. Surrender to the mystery woven through it all. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Also, we have lineage of the rose. We've been working on ancestral healing. Moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call and gather. So, continuing to work on healing that ancestral, generational patterns. Sub rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. I was actually informed recently by someone who may have aimed to be a nemesis, but now they're realizing who and what has been hidden in plain sight all along. Because Holy Spirit led me into isolation, and many of you as well. That is the story, and Holy Spirit is sticking to it. Learning and teaching. Interestingly enough, I mentioned in my first session this rising, the new and different rising energy, where I exposed a little behind the scenes of one of my teaching models happening in plain sight. Mysteries, learning, and teaching. This also means that some things are either better left unsaid, or now is not the time to be sharing everything in full. Something about cutting ties with anything and anyone associated with all those low-level spirits that I named off a little bit ago, like guilt and shame, fear. Yeah. Gone. Gone. Out of here, so to speak. Making space so we can continue building a mystery. That's right. What else is in our immediate orbit? After the rain, that silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over. Capiche? It's over. Done. Done. So done. Yes, beloveds. There is certain situations, connections, all of it. It has to go in order for that silver lining to come in for us. It's over. It's time to accept it and move on. Accepting it, acceptance, and moving on. Wherever the heck it is. $56. What are you ready to release? can't take everything with us. I mean, let's be real. Can't take everything with us. Something very special and sacred is about to happen for us. The most recent storms are over, beloveds. It's over. It's a similar feeling to the moment after we stop crying. As those salty healing waters fall, they activate oxytocin and endorphins, which create a shift in how we feel. What was once overwhelming now seems possible. And while we may not know it consciously, noticeable growth will soon follow. After the rain is all about hope, healing, beginnings, but also endings, beloveds. Also those endings. Times of trial are over. Broken hearts on the mend. Emotions being soothed. Mercy felt. Relief. New, encouraging silver linings can now be made out in the distance. What's been challenging and difficult has or is about to ease up. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about the timing of these messages. If you've been going through a challenging time, this card is here to reassure you that things are about to ease. We've been through the worst of it, and now hope is here. These past weeks, months, or even years haven't been straightforward. They've likely asked us to dig deep and endure hardships that have tested us, but now, at long last, there are smooth seas ahead. What you've learned and how you've grown can never be taken from you. And now it's time to enjoy the warmth of the blessings that life has in store for you. Glorious new beginnings are now possible. That's in our immediate orbit, by the way. So it's already been confirmed and anchored in, regardless of the illusion of distance. Release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all forms of change. All forms of change coming in for us. Release the petals. Release the petals. Beautiful. Transformation has been a major standout keyword and factor in our lives lately. Well, for some, and perhaps even many of us, if you're tuning in here, it has been an ongoing thing until it's not. Up in here. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Oh, we're already past that phase. Some of us are. It's time to shed the rest. Grasping the petals of the past as the changing wind blows, but eventually discover that change is coming, change is near, change is already here. Baby. And what was once was is no longer, and what soon will be is not yet. It's time to release your petals to the wind with wild abandon for the chance to begin again. It is done. It is already done, already here for us. Loves. The transformation can happen. It is happening. When we gather the courage to release what was, we're greeted by the fruits of our future. Salute. I'll sip to that. Yes. Salute to that. Source and Holy Spirit have already shown their mercy, and they don't give a flying fart about the worldly, matrixy dealings. And neither should we. What else is in our orbit? The rose garden, innocence, forgiveness, and being gentle with ourselves. I've been saying that innocence has been gradually being restored. Here it is. The rose garden. The rose garden. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Page 110. How can you be more gentle with yourself in the now moment, beloved? So whenever you hear this, you're holy and whole, innocent and innately good, wholly welcome here. You never got kicked out of the garden. None of us did. This card delivers a message of welcomeness, of returning to our innocence. If you feel as if you've done something wrong without knowing what you've done, if you feel ashamed about hurting someone, if you're finding it hard to forgive yourself, this card is gently calling you to release any shame, judgment, or bad feelings. To do what you need to do to let go and make amends. To remember that you're human. And as a human, you're here to learn and grow. And so is everyone else. You're not broken. You never were. You're a work in progress. We all are. Word on the streams, beloveds, is we're learning and unlearning. We all are. Be gentle with yourself and in turn be gentle with others. Return to your humanity, your humanness. Remember that you were never perfect, and being human isn't about perfection. Grow and learn, but do it softly. You have goodness in you. Remember that. Cherish that. And cherish that in others too. We're all doing the best we can. When we learn, we can choose to do something new. Commit to learning and doing better each and every day. This is what it means to be human. To embrace our humanness. Without it, we deny the shadow. And it's through facing the shadow without defense that we can learn and grow. Embrace your humanity, and you'll find it easier to embrace others and the whole world. But in this now moment, it's about how we can be more gentle with ourselves. One more full shuffle, full pass. Holy Spirit, Source, word on the streams. What is it we are meant to hear at this time through this deck, through this storytelling? Nothing came out in the full pass, so we're being directed back to the immediate orbit. And in the immediate orbit is the reunion. Soul recognition. You hear that? Collaboration, partnership, friendship, the real deal. Anointed. This reunion is anointed, protected, divinely orchestrated. I just heard. It's already done. It's already in our orbit. It's happening now. Soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship, and the anointed coming together. Answering the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. Soul stars. The reunion. Oh, this is happening. I can already tell you intuitively this is happening. Some of you are going to either reunite or otherwise in this lifetime, on this timeline, unite with that specific person, that through that soul recognition. But also, for some of you, there are going to be collaborations, others, new friends, and furthermore, new partners. We're being guided to answer that call, to step into our leadership and empowerment, encouraging others as well, leading through grace, care, and gentleness on my part. But of course, I would expect my partner, my divine masculine, to step into their role as a protector by asserting dominance in some kind of way. And you don't have to agree with me. It's going to happen either way. Bars. Holy Spirit, I can't do that on camera. It's too soon. Remember Sub Rosa? There's more of this bliss, more of this soul recognition. To be exposed, but not just yet. But something else has to go and come to an end. Only you are going to know what that means for you, just as I do. Anointed. No matter how this connection occurs, it is anointed, divinely arranged and orchestrated. and no one. No one can stop it. No one. Absolutely no one. So we have the Anointed, page 58. And we have the Reunion on page 108. So we're going to read these in a flow and aim towards drawing this word on the streams Thursday exclusive intel to a close. Being called to step forward and lead. The path our soul chose to walk is one that few have the courage to walk. And we came here for this, being led through this. Our soul is ancient, and with every step we take in every body we've been planted in, we've gathered a kaleidoscope of gifts that are ready to be shown and shared. Oh, it's coming, baby. Ooh, it's coming. Oh, yeah. It's coming. Being called to deeply trust the call that we've been hearing to lead, to lead, to lead. The path we're here to pave has not been walked the way we walk it. And as with all ancient initiates, healers, visionaries, creatives, and leaders, we're just one magnificent thread in the tapestry of life. So go your own way, trust the road that beckons you forth, and always be led from within. Yes. Heralding us into an even more powerful expression of what we came here to be, endued. It's called us stepping forth into our inner queendom and kingdom. Hear that? Do you hear that? Royalty, baby. But not the modern man, modern woman, matrixy, slave planet interpretation and demonstration of it. We rise. We rise in these unions and reunions. There are people who at a soul level chose to walk alongside you. But for them to find you, you must first let them see you. Let them see you. Let them see your light, your glow. Trust me, they will. They will. And they do. Reveal yourself. Open your heart and mind to collaboration rather than competition. Many of us, especially we women, learn to be mistrustful of one another as if we're in competition. Not up in here. I don't compete with anyone. I don't need to. Things just line up for me when I'm doing the inner work. And things line up for you when you do the inner work. It could be a sign that we're being called to co-create on a project with someone we already know and decide to bloom together. $5005. I'm clicking now on my device over here. I can see the fives representing change. So, we're going to do love because this is part of our love story. And it includes, as mentioned in the cards, loving ourselves more. Personal freedom, adventure, positive changes related to love and relationships. What did I say? Wow. This is from sun signs, I believe. Yes? Sun signs. Relationships built on love, also symbolizing freedom, adventure, positive changes, embracing this love and cherishing the relationship. We are on the right path in our love life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And our angels are supporting us in manifesting this, emphasizing the importance of acceptance and mindfulness in love, allowing us to let go of past regrets and worries, which can lead to deeper connections and greater intimacy. Thank you, sunsigns.org, for that beautiful, brief summary and reference. Shout out to you and thank you so very much. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 5252. Final card for today's Thursday exclusive intel. Word on the streams. Soul led, the mystic, living courageously on the inner call. The rose thread. It is the right time. The bloom is the honorable mention. So we will set that one aside as it is already in our orbit. As well as that second bloom that came out in the last love story. Inner call, soul led, the mystic, and more. Living courageously. The rose thread. Holy Spirit. Source. What is it we are meant to hear and see at this time? From the Rose Oracle, the Rose Thread. Page 114. Even when things feel unclear, especially when they do, I trust that I'm always led from within. This is the card of the mystic, the one who's in touch with the depths of the inner world and the inner weavings of the world and beyond, way beyond. They're dedicated to listening to the mysterious voice whispering within, to follow their intuition and living in accordance with that, to living by being guided by the rose thread, means being dedicated to walking the way of the rose, to be in service to humanity and dedicated to writing a new story. We're already in it. It's in our orbit already. Remember that. We're already in this. We're already doing this. And we're being encouraged to continue on this path, requiring faith and the willingness to pave a new path. Ready, ready, ready. Ready, ready, ready. Ready, ready, ready. Yes. I feel it in my marrow. I feel it in the deepest depths of my heart center. It takes courage to trust it, for the path is different for every single person. This is why it requires courage to trust the inner call. And then once we answer that inner call, the courage is no longer necessary. It just is. And those who do so find great reward. We're being called to follow this initiatory path. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're being called to be a mystic, but definitely being called to answer your own personal inner call, and it's going to be different for everyone, and just be soul led. Be soul led. Soul led. Honoring you. A soul-led life. Taking that leap. Being dedicated to walking a soul-led life. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. That is the message. I want to thank you so very much, beloved multiversal soul from Amelia, for tuning in with much gratitude and appreciation from my heart chakra to yours, brightest of blessings. Word on the strings.
Winds heavy tonight in the empty room. His shadow lingers, casting soft gloom. Memories flicker like a flame in the dark, holding his echo in my splintered heart. He had the wings I tried to hold, feathers slipped through, no tether could fold. A twin ray, they call it, destined to roam. His light finds his path, now far from home. Goodbye, my angel, shine where you go. Let the stars guide you brighter than the glow. If we're meant to burn as twin rays once more, you'll find me waiting on the shore. Stretched long, entangled in despair. The void he left is more than I can bear. But something whispers in the southern breeze. His truth is freedom, we've got please. I release his wings, though I want to cry. Love ain't a tethered thing we can't deny. His freedom means more than my clutching hope. Don't cage the wind, don't trap the soul. Goodbye, my angel, shine where you go. Let the stars guide you brighter than the glow. If we're meant to burn as twin rays once more, you'll find me waiting on the shore. Shine where you go. Let the stars guide you brighter than the glow. If we're meant to burn as twin rays